Our next chapter begins. Leaving Medellin and headed to Via de Leyva. And holding our Starbucks cups. Andrew's cup says, "You are very handsome." Wow. This is literally our view. Literally just getting out of our room. Our view in the morning. Hi, doggy. This is our little pet. He just hangs around the property all day. And he's so cute. He's a little puppy. Guys, I am so in love with this place. It's like so peaceful here, and it's nice and cool, breezy, quiet, pretty. The prices are nice. Like, oh my god, I'm in love. It is so cute how this puppy plays with his stick. He's just like throwing it around. Do the flipping thing.
Cider at the same time, and I feel comfortable with kind of that level. I think the price point for these might be...
Guys, I know I said Medellin is my favorite city, but I think I changed my mind. Check out the view. This is literally where I'm working. This is my desk. Yeah, I think Via de Leyva is right now my favorite city. What's up, you guys? So I'm enjoying this like cinematic version of my phone, and it's really pretty backdrop, a little bit windy, but I'm loving this place where it's a mountain city. I know that I said Medellin, Colombia was my favorite city because it was so pretty, but like being in this mountain city, Via de Leyva, yeah, I think this is my favorite city now. So it's just gonna keep being like that. I mean, I don't know if it can get better than this. I've been looking at real estate. It is pretty good deals, real estate. The only bad thing about this mountain city is that it's just hard to get to. That's the only thing, and and I think that's what's driving down the prices. But everything else is gorgeous. It's like an old Spanish colonial town. The people are nice, it's chill, and one thing that I really like about it is that it's not very much like, it doesn't come off as like very much of a party city like Cartagena or Barranquilla or Medellin, where we were before, which tend to be more party cities. People go there to find girls. A lot of times guys will go to those places to find girls. This is, where people go there to party, let go. This isn't really that kind of place. This is more just an early rise, early to bed kind of place. A little bit more relaxing, a lot of spas nearby, massage stuff. And tonight we're actually gonna go to hot springs, which I'm so excited about. And then tomorrow, maybe, or the next day, horseback riding. So I'm very excited about that. So I wanted to get to the topic, which is the topic. What is the topic? Promiscuity and going off the derech. So what people think happens when you go off the derech versus what really happens. So there are many reasons why someone would be motivated to go off the derech, to leave Orthodox Judaism or their religion, for that matter. A lot of times it's like an emotional, just wanting to let go. Whew, son. So a lot of times it's just like wanting to let go and be free and do it in the way that you feel like. And a lot of people associate that with promiscuity and partying and doing drugs and everything like that. But it doesn't necessarily have to be like that. Like, there are plenty of people that I meet that go off the derech and are not promiscuous, are perfectly monogamous, are perfectly stable in their relationships, and it doesn't have to be that binary of like either you stay religious or you become crazy and have this promiscuous lifestyle. Like I gave that example of that guy when he found out that I went off of derech, that guy that I had dated in the past. When he found out that I had left Orthodox Judaism, he assumed that like now I'm down to just like sleep around with anybody as like a favor, and obviously I wasn't down to do that. I did have a period where I explored and everything, and then I found out that maybe I do like the more modest, sort of like quieter, one-on-one type of relationship, and I don't like to party, and I like sleeping early and waking up early. That's just my thing. And so a lot of people expect that when you go, a lot of people expect that when you off the derech, it's going to be all parties and drugs and crazy shit. So much flies. And it's not necessarily like that. There are definitely people that go off the derech and still have families. They still have, nice, quiet relationships if that's what you want. They still have, like loyalty and fidelity, and they still have healthy lifestyle. It doesn't have to be that you stop being religious and all of a sudden you're like this crazy party animal that's addicted to all kinds of drugs and is like completely a mess. Maybe in the beginning when you're finding yourself, you might be like that a little bit, but it doesn't have to stay that way. And usually people have a period where they're discovering themselves, and then they fit and they get comfortable into the lifestyle that they want. But because there's always that initial period when you're leaving a community or going off the derech, leaving a religious faith or whatever, there's always going to be that initial period of you're finding yourself. So a lot of people associate, when people leave religion, they're going to immediately just become a party animal, and that's not necessarily how it works. That might just be your finding yourself period. Sorry, that was a call, and I keep getting calls out here, and I really hope I'm not going to get billed huge international fees because I keep changing it to Wi-Fi. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. A lot of people assume that like going off the derech, leaving Orthodox Judaism, or leaving any like strict religion in general means that you're gonna go crazy and just like never get married or never have like a family life and just get addicted to like all kinds of drugs. And honestly, even if you wanted to do that, it's fine. I'm not dunking on that lifestyle, but I'm just saying like it's not necessarily the case. You can have a very quiet, modest lifestyle. You can have kids. You can have like fidelity. You can have stability, long-term stability. You can have a community. You can have all those things. You don't have to be like super religious in order to have all these things. Going off the derech doesn't mean you're gonna have 20 abortions and be addicted to like every drug on the planet. You might decide to do that, and you might have the option to do that because you're not gonna go to hell if you decide to do that for whatever reason. But it doesn't mean that you're necessarily gonna do that. And in fact, there are plenty of secular or religiously ambiguous people that live very similar lives to religious people that they're not doing it because of a mandate. They're just doing it because they chose that lifestyle, because they believe in it. So anyway, I'm gonna go because I'm gonna call my mom, and I have a few business meetings today, and I'm trying to grow with the real estate stuff. I'm trying to come up with like a really good real estate plan. So I will see you guys later. There's the office where I was. You see, that's my chair, that's my desk up there, and you can see the mountains. Morning walk. This is the Plaza de Armas, and we just had breakfast here, and it was amazing. It was like $5 for 2 people. The streets of Via de Leyva. Sorry, you guys, it's been a crazy morning, and just like walking around, and I did a whole bunch of stretches, and the ride here to get here was really long, and so it's just been taking some adjusting to this place, to the timing and everything. But anyways, I'm okay, I'm feeling good, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna say is having a stable, normal life and people that you trust and being in a relationship where there's like fidelity and trust and more like a stable kind of long-term lifestyle, and being healthy, not being addicted to like drugs and alcohol, and being able to have a family if you want it. Having all these things is not limited to religious people. A lot of it is common sense stuff, and maybe in the past, because people were so closed to communities, they needed religion in order to be able to be part of these things. But a lot of these things are common sense. You don't have to be a super strictly religious person to know what is good for you, to know what is good for your body. I love drugs a lot of times. Right now I'm kind of trying to stay away. I'm staying clean, and trying to limit alcohol and stuff like that, because I feel like it's good for me, and I'm actually seeing that it's good for me. I'm not saying that you're a terrible person if you do all those things. I'm just saying that you don't have to be bound to all those things if you're not religious, and you don't have to be religious in order to be away from things that are bad, that are like, you don't have to be religious in order to also value a lot of things that religious people value. And you can be perfectly close with and friendly with a lot of religious people because they share the same values as you, even if you're not religious. So anyway, that's all I'm saying. I hope that made sense, and I will see you guys in the next video.